Hey guys, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Imani Christine back again with another video. This one is going to be about the cost of living here in Madrid. So if you are planning to come to Madrid either as an au pair, to study abroad, to teach, to work, whatever, these are going to be some helpful tips to help you plan and budget for your trip or your move to Madrid. Now these numbers are based on my own experience, the experience of those around me, friends that I have met here, what I have seen on the internet, and just a basic overall guideline. Please don't take this as, set in stone, definite, 100% what you should expect, but it's definitely going to give you a great idea as to what you can expect to spend if you decide to move to Madrid. Now it's 2017 as I'm making this video, so keep that in mind as well if you're watching this a little bit later on or in the future. These numbers might change, but as of now, this is a pretty good estimate on what you can expect to spend in Madrid. Alright, so if you're interested in finding out more, stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. As always, I've got my notes here, so let's start from the top. Alright, so what is the cost of living in Madrid? First thing you got to consider is the cost of rent. If you decide to find a bedroom in someone's home close to the city center, close to Seoul, I think you can expect to pay between 300 to 500 a month, including utilities. If you decide to stay, of course, in Madrid, but a bit farther from the city, but no more than an hour away from Seoul or the city center, you can expect your rent to go down to maybe as low as 200 a month, somewhere between 200 and 400 if you're a bit further from the city center. So that's how much you can expect to spend for rent. If you are spending any more than $600 a month to rent a room in Madrid, then you are definitely 100% probably being ripped off. So, unless it's some lavish, beautiful apartment, but for the most part, you can get what you need at a reasonable cost for definitely less than €500 a month. If you decide you want to live by yourself and get a studio apartment, then you can expect to spend upwards of €750 per month for a place that might not be so great or just okay, close to the city center. If you go a bit further from the city, maybe right outside of the city center or outside of Madrid, even towards Getafe or the surrounding suburbs, maybe you can get a studio apartment or a one-bedroom apartment for upwards of $650 a month. So not too bad. Of course, if you are with someone else, you have a significant other, a close friend, and you guys decide to share the cost of a one-bedroom or two-bedroom apartment, it would definitely be feasible. But of course, with that cost, you would also have to consider you're going to have to pay for all the utilities and possibly pay more money to have the things that you need for your apartment, like buying toilet paper and things like that, opposed to if you live in a shared flat and you have maybe 4 people to share those costs with, then it can save you some money. But it just depends on what kind of comforts or luxuries that you're looking for. Alright, so that is for the cost of living. So let's say if we had to give it a roundabout, just for the sake of numbers, let's say 400 a month for rent. Okay, fair enough. I actually spend $450 a month for rent, but I know most of the people that I know spend less than that, so I'm spending a bit more than I should for sure. Next is going to be transportation. Now transportation, the cost of transportation can vary. Everybody I think that lives here gets a transportation card. You make an appointment and you get this red card with your picture on the back. If you are 26 and under, this transportation card is just going to cost you €20. And if you are over the age of 26, this transportation card can run you anywhere up to about €65 a month. But still, this is a card that you can use as much as you want every single day, and for $65 or $20 a month, it's really not that expensive, so that's a good deal. So let's say you're 26 and under, and we'll put the transportation cost at €20 a month. So next is cell phone, and if you have a cell phone here and you bring it with you already unlocked, you just need to get a SIM card. You can get a SIM card from Orange, Vodafone, any of those local companies, and you can expect to spend around €20-25 a month. There are some plans that allow you to go as low as €15 a month, but you need to have your Spanish residency card and stuff before you apply for those plans, so it's not something you can get as soon as you arrive here. Depending on how much data you use, you can top up your prepaid plan as much as you'd like. So for me, I usually put 20 or 25 on my card a month. When it runs out, I just don't have data. I never top it up in the middle of the month, but if you want to do that, you can put 20 in the middle of the month, in the beginning of the month, and then, towards the end of the month when you run out of data, just add 10 more euro. That's sort of up to you how you want to do that. The cost of groceries. I did a separate video on the cost of groceries here in Spain. But the cost of groceries, you can expect to spend anywhere between 80 to 150 euro a month on groceries. Grocery shopping in Spain really isn't expensive at all. It depends, of course, on what you're buying. If you're buying a lot of processed food, a lot of American food, a lot of food from your home country, then yeah, it's going to cost you a lot more money. But if you're just buying produce and basic things, couscous, rice, bread, then you can eat for a pretty decent cost. Now, this number, 80 to 150 euro a month, is only including groceries. This does not include the cost of eating out. So eating out here, I'd say on average for an inexpensive meal, you can expect to spend around 10 euro for an inexpensive meal here. If you want to get fast food, then you can expect to spend around 7 euro, and then it can go anywhere upwards, from there. So eating out here is definitely not super cheap, but it is definitely affordable. So keep that in mind as well. Eating out, just twice a week can set you back 80 euro a month. So, I guess it depends on your personality and what's important to you. I honestly love to eat out, but I try to cut back so I can save some money there. What other costs do we have? So we also have, I put in a miscellaneous kind of category of saying maybe every month you should budget for 40 euro just to go towards any random things. You buy a pack of gum here, you buy a bottle of wine, you buy a pack of beers one night, you go out and buy toilet paper, you need toothpaste, you need soap, you need detergent, you need anything. These kind of small costs always sneak in throughout the month. So setting aside about 40 euro a month is definitely a good step. So far on our budget for living in Madrid, we have accommodations for 400 euro a month, a phone, let's say, for 20 euro a month, transportation for 20 euro a month, and food I'm going to put at 120 euro a month. So that brings us to a monthly cost of 560 euro. So that's definitely a really, really good deal. Let's add to that 560, 200 euros for nights out, drinking, going clubbing, if that's your thing. If it's not your thing, maybe that 200 can go towards going to museums or going to the cinema or doing any sort of special events like that. So 200 euro a month budget for fun. Now this can be less, this can be more, depending on who you are. So that brings our monthly cost of living in Madrid to 760 euro a month. So if you're working here as an English teacher like I am, and it's definitely possible to live off of the money that you're making, but just know that that money is going to be stretched very thin. So personally, I make after taxes and insurance about 830 a month, and so considering 830 a month and that monthly cost right now is at 760, I definitely have to budget very, very carefully. Now, of course, we have private classes and other ways to make extra income, and I will make a separate video on those things later, tips on how to make extra income while you're living here in Spain. But for now, we're going to leave our budget at 760. Let's add to that 760 the 40 euro a month for miscellaneous costs, and that'll bring us to exactly 800 euros a month for living. If you are living in Madrid and working with the Auxiliares program, then you are making 1,000 euro a month. So, that still gives you an extra 200 euro to play with, before private classes. So it's definitely very reasonable and possible to live in Europe or not in Europe, in Spain or in Madrid for less than $1,000, less than 1,000 euros a month. I'm trying to see if I have anything else on my budget list that we're missing. I don't think so. So I think I've pretty much covered the cost of living in Madrid right now. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try to clarify anything that was confusing or answer any of your questions. If you have any ideas for more videos about my time here in Madrid, please let me know also, because my time here in Madrid is coming to an end soon. So I want to make sure to cover all of my bases before I leave. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think could use these tips. And have a good day, friends. Bye.